We are back. Okay. Those of you... I remember the first time I saw the Beatles in this country. It was on the old Ed Sullivan show. And many people thought maybe, well, here's another rock group from England that's going to be another flash in the pan and disappear. Not so the case. The Beatles probably established their musicianship very early on. Their musicianship over the years continued to grow. And they probably left a legacy of music for other performers to follow to last for generations to come. And Paul, of course, is probably one of the most successful of all of them. And he has a musical called Give My Regards to Broad Street, a movie. He wrote the screenplay, the music, and he stars in it. And it's a musical about a fantasy in the day of an international pop star, and that opens nationwide October the 26th. Would you welcome Paul McCartney? Now, if you're not sure, okay. Well, as a performer and somebody who's in this business, you never get tired of hearing that kind of reaction, do you?
No, I do love it, I must admit.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. Thanks for bringing the cake out. That is really very nice. It is good to see you and have you on the show. We had never met before. I knew John and I knew Ringo, but for some reason our paths never really crossed.
That's right. Last time I was on the show, you had Joe Garagiola.
That's right.
Remember him?
Yeah.
No,
did you know that when you were showing up that night?
No, I didn't. I thought I was going to meet Johnny. I met Joe.
Now, I want you to understand, if you'll turn to your right, there's a guitar there. Now.
Oh, yeah. I can't play it. I can't.
Now, I want you to understand it's just there as a prop to make you comfortable.
Yeah.
And if you are overcome at any time during our talk and want to play...
Yeah, you don't want me to particularly do anything on it. So.
You put out your only there.
Yeah, thanks, man. Great. Nice one. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Like the way we sandbag our guests?
That's nice, yeah.
I remember when you first played the Sullivan Show, and I don't know whether you remember this, and it might be a little presumptuous of mine to ask you, but I remember you came on the Sullivan Show, and I was watching in New York. This had to be 63, 64?
64, yeah.
Yeah. And Ed's...
64.
And Ed Sullivan came out, introduced you guys, the place fell down, and then you started to play something, and Ed Sullivan said something about me. Do you remember that? That's why I'm bringing it up, because I could never understand it. He says the Beatles want to dedicate this song to Johnny Carson.
No.
And yes, that's actually what he said. And I've never been able to understand. And I talked with Sullivan later, and I says, why did you say that? And Sullivan says, well, I think they told me that they saw your show, and I didn't understand it at all.
Really?
But you don't remember that at all?
No, I don't think it's true.
Oh. Let's, before we talk about the picture, I know you've been making the rounds over here in the States because you got the picture out and you're very proud of it, and we got a little clip we'll show you. Somebody told me that you only got into music kind of accidentally in a way, and that wasn't really something that was a driving force when you were young.
My dad was in music.
Right.
That was the way I got into it. He used to be in a jazz band.
Right.
He used to play piano and trumpet till his teeth gave out.
Yeah.
Then
Doc, you don't have long, do you? Has the continued success, I mentioned that when you first started, I remember when I first heard the name of the Beatles, and I think a lot of people thought it came from the bug, the beetle, and said, gee, that's a silly name for a group, the Beatles, and of course it's because of the beat and so forth. Mm-hmm. Did you have any idea that the continuity would go on this long?
No, not really. You know, they used to say rock and roll will be over in a couple of years, and we didn't think it would, and here I am.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to have to cut away. We're just going to do a commercial. We sell things occasionally. Not like the British telly, you know.
I've seen the thing.
You just go forever, 10 or 12. And British television ends when they want to.
Yeah, you're just mad because they didn't like your show.
Yeah, we... No taste of it. We'll be right back. Stay where you are.
No taste.
We're back with Paul McCartney. They brought the good stuff out.
Good stuff.
Yeah. They brought all the charts tonight just for you. I was asking Paul during the break, you've been doing interview shows over here. Do you get a little bonkers after a while with the same questions and the answers almost just flow out? And...
Yeah, you've got to try and be sort of fresh, you know. You've heard the questions a few million times. But,
what haven't you been asked yet? We can start a whole new attack.
I don't know, I've been asked that one.
You haven't done it? What question haven't you been asked?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we got to go another.
Really?
We were looking up in the audience, and I said, you know, it's amazing that a lot of the reaction you hear are from youngsters who weren't even born when you first were hit over here. That's the amazing testament to the music that is carried on like that. It goes on and on.
Yeah, it must be the children of the fans, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it?
I was also asking...
There's another theory up in smoke.
Nothing's working right.
No.
I was asking you haven't been playing many concerts now. You're out talking about the movie, of course. But
yeah.
Do you miss all of those frantic years?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah, not too much. I mean, you know, when you've had them and enjoyed them, it's nice to have had them, but then it's nice to leave them, you know, at the side.
And go on.
Mind you, this is pretty frantic.
Yeah, that's true. But not like the craziness.
No. No, it's nice, you know. I mean, I'm father of 4 now, so it's kind of nice to just learn to settle down a little bit.
Ordinary type of...
Get ordinary type of guy.
What do you call an ordinary day for Paul McCartney and family? Got a farm, I know that.
For me?
Yeah.
I don't know, really. Get up.
Good start.
Go for a jog.
Good.
Another good start. Come home after the jog.
See, now there was my problem. It's go home after the job.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You still compose? Do you still like to sit down and write?
Yeah, I write my own material.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like to do a bit of that.
Okay, let's talk about the movie.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy in the day in the life of an international pop star, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's near enough.
Okay, yeah. We've got. Well, I don't want to tip at all. We got a film clip. We're going to show. Does it need a little particular introduction?
I think the thing you've got is where I arrive at a recording studio and meet a young gentleman called Ringo.
Names?
They know him.
Yeah, they know him.
He's been on.
Do you see Ringo much anymore, by the way?
Yeah.
Keep in touch?
We made a film with him.
Yeah.
So a lot of them. During the filming.
Well, I meant outside and working together.
Yeah.
You keep in touch.
Yeah, I do, actually.
Okay.
He lives in England, so I see a bit of him.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
Seriously.
Sure. But seriously, folks.
Yeah, and we're in the recording studio, and we play this number.
Well, if that ain't a lead-in, I never heard one. Please,
It is. Thank you very much.
give my regards to Broad Street. Good. This is it's been, what, 13, 14 years since the last movie?
Yeah, 14 years.
Yeah. Why did you decide? Did you just get a little bored and there's something you wanted to do?
Well, I just fancied being in the movies, you know, and everybody wants to be in the movies.
Yeah, really?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's a change for me, you know, doing music all the time and actually trying a new challenge, John.
John?
Don't you want to be in the movies?
No, not really. I don't know why.
I think you'd be good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I don't play guitar.
No, but you talk.
Yeah, that's good. That's
a start.
That's a hell of a start. That's one of the absolute things you have to be able to do.
Well, it's not necessary.
Yeah. How's the guitar over there? Okay.
Yeah. Doing all right.
That's really a sneaky thing to do. I imagine you said other people have done this too. I didn't know that.
No, last talk show I went on, the hit me with a similar type thing.
Really?
Yeah. I must be getting a reputation for it.
Yeah. No, nobody's...
Stick a guitar there, he's bound to play it.
Nobody's conned you into it yet?
Yeah. Nobody's actually conned me into doing it. Bringing cakes on? Yeah.
Yeah, cakes.
Playing guitars? No, just...
Okay.
Union problems. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Ed knows all about that.
We'll do this. We shall return. Stay where you are. Thank you, Doc. I'm sure you all know. My next guest is a very talented comic actress. She's just begun her 4th year as one of the stars of NBC's Saturday Night Live. Would you welcome Mary Gross? How are you?
I didn't get a chance to go shopping, but happy birthday.
Just pick up.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. I do accept cash and anything else. I'll pick out something on the way home. How are you, dear?
Very well, thank you.
Good to see you.
Thanks. This is a big night.
Isn't it, though?
It's a big night tonight, man.
Yes,
Thank
big. You Beatles fan?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Trying to downplay it, you know.
Trying to be real cool?
Don't want to perspire on them or anything.
It's all right. You're okay.
I'm okay,
Yeah,
all
it's all
right.
You have that look that you wouldn't perspire. You seem always cool and calm and collected and
Yes.
proper.
Yes,
you
well,
get that
I
often?
try my best, and I took a bath. You know, it's a special night, so...
Yeah?
Although I usually let myself go, but, you know, Paul's here, and I bathed.
But you know what I'm saying? You have a prim character about
Yes,
you.
well, yes, that's me. You know, I'm a little compulsive, I think, about primness and about tidiness, and it's gotten a lot better. But when I was younger, I used to scrub everything and straighten things out and wash my school books when I got home. And
Wash your books.
yes.
Have you ever talked?
Sad but true. Yes.
Have you ever talked to anybody about this fetish for cleanliness?
Well, I did, and the man I talked to, a professional man, said that it was a need to have control over things. So it's much better now.
I'm glad to
I
hear
send
that.
them out to be dry cleaned now.
The books. Good. Coming along. You do. What's the first impression you ever did? You do several characters on Saturday night, and we'll get to those in a moment. But
I think, well, it's not a real well-known impression. I used to do Emily Dickinson.
those are famous poets.
Yes.
There are not many people who do a good
No.
Emily Dickinson.
Well,
It's tough to get a handle on it.
yeah, there's not much demand for it either,
that's right,
but
yeah.
I do it if anyone needs one.
Yeah.
It came, I was taking a poetry class, and I had an audition, and we did a man on the street sort of situation. So I decided to use Emily Dickinson because I was a little nervous at the time. And she seemed like a good person to use because Emily didn't get out of the house much, and I thought she might be, indeed, very nervous out in public, so I used her for my audition.
Yeah, now you've done, I think we've got a piece of
Oh,
tape.
yeah, Dr. Ruth
Yes, Dr.
Westheimer.
Ruth Westheimer, if you don't know, started on radio in New York as a sexual therapist.
Yes.
She has a little accent.
Yes.
She now has her own television show. I see her on television now.
That's right.
Giving advice to people who have sexual or marital problems, right?
Yes.
And has she seen you do this at all?
Oh, yes, in fact, she came to the last show in May, the last show of our season
Right.
last year, and she was very sweet. She came up and she said, "You look terrific. You have my accent perfectly." She was very sweet. She was.
Is this what this clip is we're going to see? All right, this is Mary as Dr. What do you call her?
Dr. Ruth?
Dr. Ruth. Watch the monitors. And good luck, crew.
And now, dropping by to plug her new book.
You got her nailed. You got her nailed. That's a good characterization.
Yeah.
What are you working on now?
Well, let's see. I did Jerry Ferraro a couple of weeks ago.
I missed that. Is she difficult to get a handle on?
Well, no, you just have to sort of jut out your jaw and just, extend your vowels a little bit, and that's Jerry.
Do you ever hear of many of the people you do? I mean, now, Doctor, it's really flattering when you do impressions.
Yes.
Usually, people, that's what they say, unless you get excessively
Yes,
cruel.
it is. Well, a lot of people that I do are dead. God love them, and so I don't hear from them.
That's right.
I mean, I've done Marilyn Monroe and Alfalfa Schweitzer.
It cuts down the
That's
hate
right.
mail. Now, you've been 4 years on the show.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, you're very often, your hairdo is different. You're in costume.
Right.
Are you getting recognized now as Mary Gross when you go out?
Yes, especially when they hear my voice.
Yeah.
Then they say, I know that woman from somewhere. But I was buying some shoes the other day, and this man kept looking at me. And then when I gave him the charge card, he said, oh, yes. He said, I knew you were either Mary Gross or the librarian at the Beverly Hills Library.
You
so,
have that...
as you say, the prim and proper.
Yeah, you kind of have that voice. Just a little breathy quality.
Yeah.
Like, would you all be quiet?
Yes. Someone who used to work at a show said I look like a scared mouse. Oh, that's not true.
Not true at all.
No.
We have to take a break. We'll be right back. See, the Dr. Ruth thing is wonderful. Well, it has been a grand time. Just tuning it up is all. It has been great having you here. Really.
Thank you, John. I was just going to...
Gonna play a little?
If you run out of...
Just out of time.
We're out of time.
Maybe just a couple of notes.
One bar.
Yesterday. Oh, my... Wasn't that the one you wanted me to do, John? Now, really, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies gray. You never know it, how much I love. Please don't take my sunshine.
Yeah. There you are, folks. If you just hang in there.
Run out of time.
Sometimes you just have to hang in there, folks.
Well, that's
It's a great kick having you here. Really.
Thank you, John.
Good
Thank
luck
you
with
very
the
much.
music.
Thank
Give
you.
my regards to Broad Street. Mary, thank you. We'll see you on Saturday Night Live.
Thank you.
And tomorrow night, Marion Hartley will be here by Sam Randy. He'll be here too. Randy Credico and Alan Garfield. Thank you all. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.